So I don't know if you guys already heard about the security guard over on Chicago Avenue and Long. It was like Chicago Avenue and Long in the Austin neighborhood. His name was Loyce. He was a big dude. I mean, big. He looked like he could probably bench press 500, 600 pounds. He was a fitness buff. He was 43 years old. Somebody walked into the dollar store where he was working security with a rifle, shot him and killed him. They were interviewing his daughters on the news. Apparently, according to everybody, he had nothing going on, his friends. And I believe it. You know, a lot of times, like when the families say that it's cap, but in this particular case, 43 years old and working security, um, it's not likely that he had anything going on in the streets. And just the fact that he was working security, a lot of times people will just target the security guard. That's very close. And by very close, I mean literally about 6 blocks from where the same thing almost happened to me. For those of you guys who are new to my channel, this was about 14 years ago. I was working over at it was like a milk plant that had closed down, and people had been coming in to steal the pipes. This is across from where Becker's Dairy used to be. It was right over by Orr High School off of Chicago Avenue. It's on the west side. This is one of the worst areas of the city. It's like really a dangerous area over there. So excuse that pipe noise in the background, man. Something's going on with the pipes in this building. I'm not at the crib right now, but anyway, so I'm over there, and I was in a car, parked in the alley, like defending this. This is about probably five o'clock in the afternoon, so like the time when everybody's out. Okay, another car comes in and blocks off the escape route that I had. So I'm starting to get nervous. I get out, I go over there, and I'm kind of trying to finesse it, because I didn't have anything. I had nothing on me, man. So I go over there. I'm like, "You here to inspect the building?" He's like, "Yeah, you got the keys?" I'm like, "Yeah, one sec, let me get them." So I turn around and go back to the car, and then he grabs me, and he tries to pull me into this into the building, which was at that time it was like abandoned, or not abandoned, but it was vacant. So he's trying to pull me in. We were in a struggle. Now this dude was probably about 6'6" and probably around 220. Okay, I'm 6'3", about 170. At the time, I was about 170. Now I'm probably like 185, 190, but I was smaller than him. Okay, and I'm not small. Like 6'3", I got a pretty long reach, but he was about 6'6". So, he's trying to drag me into this building. I knew I was going to lose this. So I put my arms over my head and like slipped out of my jacket, and I tried to run to get away around his car through the alley. He moved and cut off my escape route, and he lifted up his shirt like he was about to, pull out the strap. And he's like, "Get down on the ground or I'm going to just smoke you right here." So I kneel down, but like with one leg, kind of positioned so that I was ready to run. So he's like, "Where's the money at?" I'm like, "I might have some in the trunk of my car." So he goes, to go back to the car. And as soon as he turned around to go back to the car, I got up and sprinted. So, later we called the cops or whatever, fill out the report. Nothing ever happened. The west side is an area where if you're working security anywhere, like it's gonna happen. I have a Palestinian friend who his dad owns a gas station over there. They had gotten stuck up like it was something like once a month for like the past 6 months. So you got to treat that like it's gonna happen. This guy had only been working there a year. Somebody just came in with a rifle and shot him and killed him. And like I said, out west, man, out west they're gonna hit you with something big. It's not like out south where they're running up on people with these, M&Ps or Glocks, with the extendos. And I mean, that's not a joke either. But out west, man, it's like it's hunting season out there, bro. They're coming up on people with rifles. Like you're not gonna survive that. So this guy was a big guy. He was wearing a vest, but I mean, a vest, that's not really protection, especially against these guys with these rifles. So my advice to everybody that wants to work security, the vacant positions on the west side. Um, I don't know if he was an Austin resident or not, but the vacant positions on the west side, the only ones you would really want to take are ones that are in like office buildings, like medical office buildings, places where there's nothing to steal. Any building where there's something to steal, you have a death wish. If you're taking that, it's not worth your life. Like, I mean, if you're going to risk your life for some money, for that amount of money, like, then I mean, the game is totally open to you to do anything for crying out loud, man. Like, that's totally suicidal. Out west, man, Austin, Garfield Park, Humboldt Park. Like if you're working a job where there's anything, and I mean anything, pipes, anything, you're the first line of defense. So they got to take you out first. So rest in peace to Loyce, man. Apparently he was a really good guy. And condolences to his daughters, man. I felt really bad seeing them on the news, but I mean that type of job, his family told him like it's too dangerous. It's too dangerous, man. There's your boy, Chicago News. I'm out.